What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, to the first on the road to glory. I'm gonna go over a fun, well, not a, but the fun meta tactics to use for this weekend league. If you just want to have some fun, enjoy the game, try new things out, try different formations, different tactics, push you outside the comfort zone, just something that's not that meta, that's not so blah, you know what I mean? Like always direct passing, five at the back, stuff like that. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's enjoy FIFA for the last few months if we possibly can and try out a few things. Hence why I have a full first owner Arsenal team and this lone Bukayo Saka. Let me know down below, by the way, because I'm thinking about using these for Foot Champs. I went 10-0 on qualifiers with this formation that I'm about to show you. I got back into Division One after the reset of the seasonal reset. So with these same exact tactics, I should be able to get back into the Elite Division probably by sometime next week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, when I have a little bit more time to play. But let me know down below if the 94 Bergkamp is better than a 93. I know he has skill moves, which makes a difference, but I kind of like this 93 Bergkamp. I don't use him for a lot. I use him as strictly a cam, so he gets the job done. But yeah, this is the team. These are the custom tactics. This is what you guys are here for. Enough rambling. Let's get into it. Okay, so I know it's all over the place. It's a lot of four at the back, no five at the back, no three at the back. We're just trying to have some fun, switch it up a little bit. So I put two tactics that can be your go-to tactics as soon as you get in a game. This 4-1-2-1-2 narrow and the 4-2-3-1. Those are the tactics I've been using. I use 4-2-3-1. I went 10-0 on qualifiers. I use 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, and it got me from Division 2 back to Division 1 in a matter of like 2 or 3 hours. So I won like 8 games, 9, 10 games in a row, something like that. Got back into Division 1. All right. These are the formations that I've been working on to have some type of fun, right? So these two are going to be your go-to. A second variation that I threw in there is the 4-2-2. I threw in the 4-2-2 because it's very good against. Let me show you. 4-2-2. This 4-2-2 you're gonna use when you're going up against. Where is it? 4-3-2-1. When you're going up against this one, slap on the 4-2-2. Also, if you're playing against a 5-4-1, slap on the 4-2-2. If you can't break them down with the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. But you can use the 4-2-2 against this 5-4-1, and you can use it against the 3-5-2, and it's also very good. It's very good against this one. Both the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow and the 4-2-2 is very good against this one, and this one. This is the one I'm looking for. So those are your two variations, right? So this is your balanced formation. This can be your go-to if you get into the game. Up to you. This is more of an attacking variation. That's what I've been using it for. Score more goals. On this one, I'm more balanced, more neutral, control the game. If I need to switch it up and get a little, go up against a five at the back, a 4-3-2-1, something of that nature, what I just went over, I could switch into a 4-2-2. This 4-3-3-2 second variation, this is the Pep tactics that I posted a few days ago. So I'm gonna leave this in here if you just want to throw in a wild card formation. Just really enjoy the game, try to have some fun, try to replicate Pep's 3-2, what is it, 3-2-4-1. I try to replicate it with this. I'll make one of the center backs join on the attack, join the center mids, right? Now, if you don't like it, then I'll give you another variation at the very end. I'll swap it out, right? All right, so let's get into it. So, I'm gonna go into the go-to formation. This will be your go-to formation besides the 4-2-3-1. You decide which one you want to use. So 4-2-3. So the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. So this one right here. This is how it lines up. I do not make it defending a 4-4-2. I want to keep it as is because it is an attacking formation. This will be your go-to to have fun and enjoy the game, right? Tactics, 37 width, 72 depth. I try out 72 depth. I brought it back. The auto offside trap. I brought it back because everybody has very pacey wingers now, and you have pacey center backs. And I feel like if you start off defending anything lower than a 50 or 53, if you defend anything lower than that, you better be good at defending because it's so hard to stop like Mbappe's, Ben Yedder's. everybody seems to have that red layout. It's very hard to stop those players because they twist and turn so fast. So might as well try to stop them at the top of the field if you possibly can. So I say 72. If not, if you're on new gen, you can do 70 to 67, maybe 65. If you're on old gen, the lowest you should go is 60, then 63, somewhere around there, right? Keep it as is. So 37, 72. If you're on old gen, I say balance forward runs. If you're on new gen, try out forward runs. If you don't like forward runs, then switch it to direct passing. But on old gen, please do forward runs. It really works on this formation. Please do forward runs. If you're on new gen, you might want to do direct passing because it only works with direct passing. Direct passing and balance are your go-to on new gen. Just try out both. You can try out forward runs too, just for a little bit, just switch it up. But if not, direct passing. Balance gets the job done as well on new gen. With 73, please, 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 please leave it on 73. Do not change this. Leave it on 73. I'll go over. Well, I guess I'll go over it now. Well, players in the box 5, corners of free kicks 1-1. Leave it as is. With 73, the reason why is because you make both of these drift wide. Your right center mid and your left center mid, you make them drift wide. So they literally go around your two strikers. So essentially, you're defending a fourth back, one CDM. You'll have one cam, two quote unquote wingers, and two strikers. Is crazy because then if you're playing against a 4-3-2-1 and one of the left backs goes up, he doesn't know how to defend it. If you're playing against a 5 at the back, usually they attack with the wing back, so they're defending with the 3 at the back. So you literally have this little triangle of death pinning those 3 center backs, and then you have these two making those runs in the half spaces next to them. So many tiki-taka plays, so many options for you to score. Trust me, try it out. Nobody has done this, nobody has posted this, so please try it out. It really gets the job done. Goalie comes across sweeper keeper. Center back stay back while attacking. Right back stay back. That's it. Left back stay back. That's it. I don't put overlap or anything like that just because I already have a high width. There's no reason for me to put overlap. And I don't put conservative because I do need them to join in on the attack every now and then to add the width. Your CDM is going to be stay back while attacking, cover center, deep line playmaker. The reason why I have deep line playmaker, it allows him to fill in pockets of space if he attacks a little bit more. So when he attacks a little, or when you're attacking, he won't be right in front of the center backs. He'll be a little bit more ahead, almost like a center mid role, but he'll be on whatever side you're attacking, if that makes sense. So if you're attacking on the right side, he's going to drift a little bit to the right side so he can be your recovery player, like your recycle type of player. If you're attacking to the left, he's going to slide a little bit to the left, and it's perfect, especially if you have a player like Jorginho that I have, for example, that has really, really high passing stats. If you send it to him, boom, he can send a quick through ball to the other side because you'll have this either your right center mid or your left center mid on drift wide instructions. So they're going to be making runs on the wings because of the forward runs and the drift wide instructions. Okay, so keep it as is. So your left mid or your left center mid is going to be cover wing, drift wide. That's it. And same thing on your right center mid, all balanced, drift wide, cover wing. Again, cover wing and drift wide just allows them to go to the width of the pitch into the half spaces, not all the way to the touchline, but into the half spaces where is where you want them. You want them to be almost playing as cams, like a think about it like if you're playing with a 4-2-2, but with an extra cam, because that's literally how these center mids play. Um, your cam is going to be stay forward. That's it, because he forms this little triangle of death. And your two strikers are stay central. That is it. On these center mids, this is the only time I'm going to go over like who to play where. Please make sure you have you don't have to necessarily put box to box center mids here. You could get away with one box to box center mid and then one more attacker that has some defensive stats, like Saka's perfect and Odegaard's perfect, because he's not so much of a box to box center mid, but almost an attacker. But he has some defensive stats, so they can get a tackle in, right? And then your CDM, make sure you put a medium high there, like a Tonali, Jorginho. Uh, you can get away with a high too, like a Kimmich and stuff like that. But yeah, so those are the ones that you're gonna play there. So if that formation isn't really working and you want to stick to a balanced formation or you want to close out the game, you're gonna switch to the 4-2-3-1. This one right here. Now keep in mind I'm defending very high, so I'm doing 40 width, 72 depth, balance with 47. Players on box 6, corners of free kicks 1-1. I'm defending very high. because I want to defend very high, because I feel more comfortable defending very high, especially when everybody has team of the seasons, and I don't feel like it's harder to defend when you're inside the box opposed to when you're defending in the central areas of the pitch. So I'm a little bit more aggressive. That's why I have it here. If you're not as aggressive as me, then you can switch this down. If you're on old gen, go 60, maybe 57, but 57 to 60 is where I'll go. I know this is your defensive formation or your balanced formation, but please just play a little bit higher. Try it out for me. See if it'll help you guys out with defending a little bit, because I know people are struggling with defending right now because everybody has basically ultimate team of the seasons everywhere they go. So 57 to 60 old gen, new gen, I will start from 60 to about 63. Give or take around there. Nothing too high unless you want to be like me and do the auto size trap at 72. 40, leave it at our width, leave it at 40. Balance on old gen. It actually works when you have a high debt like this. So you don't have to change it on old gen unless you want to make it more attacking. Then you can put direct passing, but I don't want to move players out of position, so I leave them balance. I let my instructions do the work for me instead of letting the AI move players out of position. If you're on new gen, again, if you don't like balance, then just put direct passing, right? So completely up to you. 47 width, because it allows your cams to kind of cut inside whenever you're inside the box, your opponent's box, so it just adds more bodies into the box, more options to score, and it's really good for cutbacks. This is a really good formation for cutbacks. So instructions, goalie, same thing, comes across sweeper keeper. Both center backs stay back while attacking. Right back stay back, conservative overlap. Same thing on your left back, stay back, conservative overlap. I have conservative because this is a defensive type of role or formation just to close out the game, to keep it balanced, the whole possession. So I don't want them to move out of position unless I move them out of position, and so there's no mistakes, if that makes sense. Overlap, because if you do make them run, then you do want to send them on the wings, because you want your cams to kind of cut inside. If not, if you don't put overlap on these, sometimes they do inverted runs and they'll make your right cam, your left cam, which are your quote unquote wingers, it'll make them stay wide, and then your center backs will, or your wing backs will be inverted, and you don't want that. So leave it as is. You have one CDM, so stay back, one time, cover center. One box to box, cut passing lanes, cover center, balance attack. I already went over this in the previous video, or the previous weekly tactics, so leave it as is. Cam, basic, get into box for cross. You want him to defend basically like a cam, like a neutral. This is going to be your outlet player. So you have your right cam and your left cam on come back on defense, get into box or cross. So they drop deep. You defend it a 4-4-1-1. And then you have your striker making runs in behind at all times. Stay central, stay forward, getting behind. Make sure you put it just like that, because he'll always be on your opponent's last man, making runs in behind, pushing your opponent's defensive line back. Helps out a lot with Travellas. Helps out a lot with creating spaces for yourself. Helps out a lot where you don't have to move around with skill moves, and you can literally just dribble and let go of sprint. That's the whole point of it. So leave it there. Now, your other go-to formation when you're playing against a 5 at the back, 4-3-2-1, everything that we went over earlier is going to be your 4-2-2 right here. So this works almost identical to the 4-2-3-1. So everything is very similar. 40, 72 depth, balance, 47 width, players on box 6, corners of free kicks 1 and 1. Same thing as I went through earlier as the other one. If you're on old gen, then you could do 57 to 60 debt if you don't feel like doing auto size trap, or you don't feel like being as aggressive as I am. So 57 to 60. If you're on new gen, 60 to 63. That's it. Leave it as is. And old gen, I would try out balance if you're going to mix it with the auto size trap. If not, you can put direct passing on. If you do anything that's not the auto size trap, new gen, direct passing will probably be your way to go. So give that a shot as well. Everything else is the same. Instructions are pretty much the same too. Comes across sweeper keeper. Stay back on both center backs. Right back, stay back. Oh, you don't put overlap on these. You don't need them to overlap. Stay back on both. And conservative. You got one box to box, cut passing lanes, balance, cover center, and then you have one more defensive. Stay back while attacking, cover center. Right cam and left cam, which are your wingers again. Come back on defense, get into box or cross. And both of your strikers are going to be stay central. One of them is going to be your quote unquote cam. So he'll drop deep a little bit whenever you are building up through the defensive phase. So he's gonna be stay central, come back on defense. He's not gonna come back all the way. He's just gonna drop a little bit deeper, and then your other striker is gonna be stay central, stay forward, getting behind. So this should be exactly how your 4-2-3-1 is, but in a 4-2-2. I know they look the same, but trust me, they were completely different because it's way easier to counterattack with this one because you could just zigzag play, boom, and you're good to go. Because with the zigzags, Your opponent doesn't know how to get out of it because the right cam and the left cam are always going to be bombing forward. You have no central cam, so you can literally build up through any wing and you're good instead of trying to build up through the middle. Because if you build up through the middle, that's how you lose against a five at the back. You literally have to attack them through their weakness, which is the wing, which is also their strength in attacking. But through the defensive phase, that's their weakness. So you have to attack through the wings. That's why you have the 4-2-2. And then the last one, I'll go over this one briefly, and then I'll give you a variation, a different one if you don't like this. So this is Pep's 4-3-3-2, the one that he used for the Champions League to win. He switched it up a little bit. He switched it to a diamond formation at the very end, but that's neither here nor there. I'll make another video over that later. Tactics are balance 40 width, 72 depth, balance direct passing, 13 width, players in the box 6, corners and free kicks 1 and 1. Same thing here. If you don't like the auto offside trap, old gen 57 to 60, new gen 60 to 63. If it was up to Pep, you'll play almost 100 depth. You'll probably play like 90 depth, but this is FIFA, so we're gonna leave it a little bit more relatable to FIFA. So a little bit quote unquote slightly meta, right? With 13, leave it at 13. It makes your midfield kind of compact, but it lets your wingers stay wide, which is really good. Instructions: goalie comes across sweeper keeper. Your left center back stay back while attacking. Your right center back is going to be join the attack, step up. So he's going to join in and make a midfield duo with your actual CDM, which is going to be stay back while attacking, cover center, which is Jorginho. So them two will make the midfield duo. Then your right back will be stay back inverted, and your left back will be stay back inverted. So with the inverted runs, it actually makes them run a little bit more forward because you have the direct passing. So it makes them run a little bit more together, and they'll be forward and together, so they'll be next to Saliba, so they'll make the back three. So Yushchenko, Saliba, and Bellerin will make the back three. Your midfield two will be White and Jorginho. And then in the attacking phase, you'll have your left center mid get forward, get into box for cross, cover center, and your right center mid get forward, get into box for cross, cover wing. The reason why I have them on cover wing is because I want to make this defend in a 4-4-2 to make it a little bit more FIFA wise, and that's how Pep defends too. In a 4-4-2, this is the only way I can make it work without making the right center mid stay forward and defend with your wingers. I couldn't make it work like that, so I have to do it this way, right? So he's going to be your right mid when you're defending a 4-4-2, and then your left winger will be your left mid defending a 4-4-2. Come back on defense, get into box for cross, stay wide, come short, so you come in, pick up the ball, recycle, boom, boom, quick 1-2s, stay wide. Think of it just like as a Jack Grealish. He's literally your Jack Grealish. This is the instructions that he does. Your right winger is going to be stay forward, stay wide, come short, come against a box for cross. So this is your Bernardo Silva. So he's going to stay forward. So he's going to be your outlet player if you're trying to do quick counterattacks. Like literally just bomb him forward to the right winger. Just send him, put your fastest player there, just send him on L1 triggers and just send him over the top through balls. He's going to be clear all the time. And then you have your target man striker, which is going to be Haaland. For me, that's Henry. Stay central, getting behind, right? So that's how he plays. Now I am going to switch it up for you guys. If you guys don't want to do this one, I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but I want to make it a little bit more fun for you guys. Switch it up a little bit. It's going to be my trusty, where is it? You guys know which formation this is. My 4-3-1-2. I don't care what player goes where. This is just for you guys. So it's going to be press after possession loss, 40, 70, long ball, balance. I think this is 50 width, and then players in the box is going to be 6. Strikers both stay central. That is it. Cams stay forward. Cams stay forward. CDM or center defensive mid is going to be stay back while attacking, cover center. Right center mid cover wing. Left center mid cover wing. Left back overlap. My controller is embarrassing me right now in front of you guys. Balance. Right back is going to be balance, attack, overlap, and then your striker comes across sweeper keeper. That will be if you don't like the other Pep Guardiola variation of it, and you can make this your attacking variation. Like you want to go gun ho, all Hail Mary, like you need to win a game. Then just go to this one 4-3-1-2. You can even put constant press on this if you want. It gets the job done regardless. I tried it on both and they actually work. But yeah, those are the tactics and formations for you guys, the variations. I was not supposed to save that because it took me forever to figure out those Man City tactics and I just erased them. Wow. But that's why they're on my YouTube channel, so I can look it up later, so I can copy and paste them, you know? Alright, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button if these helped you out. If you stayed to the end of the video, thank you very much. If there's any other teams that you want me to replicate their actual tactics from real life into FIFA with a little bit of FIFA twist, let's do it. Right now is the time to have fun. No more team of the seasons anymore. That's if you guys want to have fun, you know, because there's some people that are super tryhards and all they do is sweat, and they probably still pee in water bottles in their room, and they can't even take a break to go to the restaurant and eat snacks. And that was my rant up for the day. Alright, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have fun with FIFA. Remember, this is a game at the end of the day. Be safe out there. Let me know who's your favorite team down below, and if you have a first owner team from that team, if that makes sense. Like I have Arsenal here. Alright, guys, catch you guys on the next one. Peace.